Todd Medina, SoulogyOneStudios, coming at you with an early show tonight. We're going to have a great show later at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to bring the Chicken Man back in. A lot of energy going down right now. Welcome everybody to an early show. If these shows resonate with you, please share. I want to give a big shout out to Danielle Smith and Laura Castaneda and Lily, my friend down in Texas. $25. These donations are getting us to where we need to go. We're going to have to make this happen on our own. We're going to expand this the capabilities that we have, and we're going to be able to do more and more as time goes on, and without you guys it wouldn't be possible. So we're just going to keep this thing pushing. Everybody's feeling these energies coming down. I'm reading about it. A lot of people expressing themselves, bringing their truth to the table. A lot of people blossoming, a lot of people opening up with their stories and different things like that. We had some really good responses and really good commentary on the comment threads that we put out on my page today, and a few other people that contributed. Right now, like a lot of you, I'm being blocked. So if we can share these shows and share our post, this is how we beat this system. This is how we go in under the radar on the matrix. We are bigger than anything in this realm. We are much greater than anything we might call matter. Today we're going to do a little something different. We may take a phone call here in a little bit. We're just going to play it by ear. I'm going to have to get on the phone here in about half an hour and get ready for the next show. I'm going to do a little painting over here at the Soldier House over at Donna DeMayo's too, so I got to squeeze that in. But I just want to say it's been a very powerful weekend. I think if you haven't caught the video I did earlier today, not because I did it, but because I participated in something that was very incredible. It was what I would consider a collective transmission, collective channeling, collective download. I think there's more and more of this going on if we pay attention to the synchronicities, the numbers, the what we used to call coincidences, running into people, seeing a post that we need to see at that time. We start putting all this stuff together. Everything's converging to one. And then that's how this thing goes down. I know there's several of you that I'm supposed to get back with, including Zavetta. And all I can say is bug the hell out of me. I'm doing the best I can, and just keep on pushing it. We're going to make this happen. I'm going to bring out some relevant old Soulogy memes. I'm not going to bring the memes up, but I'm going to bring in the words to a little background music with some Kai Engel and talk about some things that are out there on the surface with us today. And then I have a little commentary that I want to talk to you all about. I think it's relevant to me. It's relevant to everybody. And I thought I'd share it with you because it's an energy that I'm seeing out there. And I wrote a little piece on it. I think it's the last post I put up on my page. But we'll get into that in a minute. This is my personal favorite of anything I've ever written. The soul leads to light, and the light leads to faith. Faith leads to peace, and peace to wisdom. From wisdom there is courage, then selfless, becoming fearless, to a perfect compassion, now open-minded, and forgiveness sets in, and to brotherhood, sisterhood, and transgenderhood, a soul is born. Every one of these words is important, and I think forgiveness is the word today. And another one that's important today is open-mindedness. You have not walked in my shoes, and I have not walked in yours. If one of us claims to know the other, just remember a partial truth serves the lie and is no truth at all, but rather the ego's crass conjecture. Let us not judge from prejudice or pain. Let us not judge by paying homage to the false image we hold of ourselves as we compare, complain, and compete with others, always at the mortal expense of another. Forgive me, my sister, my child, my mother. Forgive me, my father, my lover, my brother. Accept me for who I am and what I aim to be, rather than who I was or what you think you see. And for you I will do the same, only then will the light come in, with no one left for us to blame. I am soul, and I am open-minded. We are souls who carry a higher vibration. We are the ones that see and that do not close our eyes to the world, but hear one wind, one sound, and feel one dance, one breath, and one rhythm. We are enlightened, understanding that every day the universe will show the subtle signs of a peace not forgotten, and the unmatched power it begets. I and you are our greatest protection. We are soul. There is perhaps nothing more important than the desire for the growth of the soul, to have the courage of continuing forward, blind to the distractions and the diversions of man. To have the confidence in the validity of your soul and the trust to follow your own light. We may be many things, but above all else, we are soul. We are nature's fullest expression, bounty of what is eternal, kissed by the lips of truth, fallen no more. We are beautiful, grace, feminine, masculine, heart, soul, and what is holy and whole. We are the power, we are our own protection, and we are our own peace. Soulogy was forged out of pain on a personal level, and I've observed it with others, and I still do today. And like many others, I found that pain is our friend. It's an energy that we just didn't understand. Catastrophe, the heavens' catalyst, is a soul's call to arms come down, a crown, a blessing's brilliant disguise. Far beyond the pain and suffering comes a chance to discover, uncover, and recover. To see through the eyes of our souls, finding the meaning between the lines in the universal landscape that is our life. In all darkness, there is the light of truth, and sometimes the universe has no choice but to put our souls in a place with nothing else to lose. And it is there on that hallowed ground a soul comes home again, full circle. From angel's breath there is no death. Faith is the spring of the eternal. I am faith and you are faith. That's the transitive verb, to trust and believe. It's the motion of spiritual inertia that cannot be impeded by anything but itself. and we're no longer doing that. And I got one more. What some receive as a download, others absorb by belief in prayer and or meditation. What makes the soul receptive, attentive to the communion of the universal is a fervent faith. And what is faith? But to face our fears, the idiotic and the intense. And the way to find faith in the universal is not by some old story, a pagan ritual, a confession booth, or the motions of being born again, but to believe in and be the highest you and I can be. We are soul. It's a big topic. It's a real big topic right now. Let me pull this up. We're all receiving transmissions, downloads, and channeling communications from the universal. Communication from the you, me, we, and it. And every one of these is pure. But the first and foremost thing is that it belongs to the receiver. And yes, there is a universal truth in everything we receive. But most of all, it's 100% true for the one receiving it. I commend everybody for getting out there and speaking their truth. And I understand the intense, incredible power that it brings into your soul and into your body. And it's a challenge to the ego. It's been a challenge to me. But just remember to respect each other's experience and respect each other's transmissions and downloads and channelings. What applies to you doesn't 100% apply to everyone else. The only thing that does, from our perception, is what we hold in common, and that is the God substance that we're made of. All pure transmissions, channelings, and downloads received are relevant to the whole. But first and foremost, they are meant solely for the receiver, regardless of the overall benefit to the collective. It still and always will be an individual experience that we have, as we are the center of the universe. And whatever they may be, just as the personal experience and healing involving our sacred sexual, they lose degrees of truth when aired to the collective in respect to the individual hearing it. When any of us are adamant about the truth we seek to the point that we close our minds to the other's individual experiences, downloads, etc., holding fast to our own truth as being the absolute, we are in fact losing sight of what was meant for us and losing sight of what we can learn from the others. So we will never be able to make sense of this while primarily stuck in the predominant human consciousness, but that is by the perfect order of the grand design. Respect each other, love and honor one another, their lives, their transmissions. It's the collective expressions that will enable us to collectively transcend. So that's what it came to me today. We're getting some powerful transmissions. A lot of us are out there. We have to respect each other. We have to understand that we don't have all the answers for anybody, even the person most close to you, okay? Because we're all coming from a different perception, every single one of us. And I don't really like that word because it's not a perception, it's a reality, okay? Everybody's life experience is different. Everybody handles things different. Everybody processes information differently. And you know, the more we can converge all of our energy into one place, it's not the words that bring us together. It's not the words that activate us. It's the energy. It's the power of our intentions from our heart and our unconditional love, because in my opinion, it's one and the same thing, okay? And that's what grows our awareness, and that's what grows and escalates our elevation and our expansion and our ascension. And that's what we're here to do. That's what we came here to do. We're all valiant souls, each and every one of us. We came here with a mission, and there are missions within the mission, within the mission, within the mission, within the mission in the sacred geometric, as things go infinitely inward as they do outward. We're built the same way. And respect each other's power, respect each other's ability to be aware, respect each other's ability to heal themselves. I just want to say it's a great honor to be a part of this energy. It's expanding rapidly. It's been a hell of a journey for all of us, and this isn't the only life that we've lived, and this isn't the only life that we've had to deal with the consequences of. We brought stuff into this life, into this incarnation, from our lineage, from our past. We have been on this road for millennia, which is just a blink in the eye in the eyes of the universal that we all compose of as the one. So give yourself some credit. Let's look at where we're going and not where we've been. Let's look at creating new paths and new roads on the soul highway. What's gotten us here in our incarnation here in this physical life is not going to be what gets us where we need to go. And I think people are starting to see that. They're starting to wake up. Don't be concerning yourself with what's going on the world stage. Don't worry about those things, because as we heal ourselves, it will be healed. Okay? And we've all been there. We've all gotten upset with the things that have gone on. Don't get caught up in what this thing has been designed to do to us and condition us to believe that there is an evil, that there is a good. We cannot understand these things. And I will take you back to something that was given to me when I went on the street. I was given the word Job. And for those of you who know, and I didn't know at the time, we've all heard of the patience of Job, but I didn't know the story. And it wasn't until this past summer when I read a play by Robert Frost where he was talking about the story of Job. And basically what happens in that story is the devil challenges God and says, because God says Job is the most faithful out there. And the devil says, well, that's because he has everything. He's a multimillionaire. He's got a beautiful family. He's got no problems. And God said, and the devil said, I bet he wouldn't have that faith if you took all that stuff away. And he did. He took it away. For those of you who know the story, took everything away. He had boils all over his body, all over his face. He was left, desolate and decrepit, and he was just left in a bad place, and he never gave up. He had 3 friends come into the scene, and each one of them kind of gave him advice, and they went to God, as we all have, and said, how can there be a God, which we all compose of and is us, and how can these things be going on? How can these atrocities be going on? And the God in that book, which is a metaphor, all right? Let's not get technical and overly semantic. That God said, the universe is a big, complicated place, and you're just going to have to understand that it's a lot to handle, and I know what I'm doing. Because here in this realm where we have this consciousness that's 99% of this incarnation, although we have all these other multidimensional aspects, we're conscious here 99% of the time, and 1% of the time, or at least that's the way it's been, we're in dream state and we're pulling in these other multidimensional aspects. But there's a reason we were put in this situation. There's a reason we were erased of our memories. There was a reason for that, and the reason for that was to expand ourselves and therefore simultaneously expand in this universe. That's what we're here to do, and we're doing a hell of a good job doing it. So everything we do here is just, spur of the moment, off the cuff. We're going to have a great show tonight in an hour and a half with the Chicken Man, our brother Mark Andrews. This will be the 3rd time we've met in less than a week. I have a feeling it's going to be an extremely powerful show. Tomorrow night we're going to have at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Stephen Dean. He has told me he specifically wants to talk about the sexual healing aspect, and I welcome that. After that show, we're going to have the beautiful Raquel Toombs come in, and we're going to do a freestyle, and just whatever comes up, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to be going after a few people to get on here over the next few days to really put this sexual healing out there, the healing aspect of it more than anything else. It's all energy. We can get past this. We can elevate very quickly And the reason it's so important right now is because of what's happening in a planetary, solar, cosmic way right now with this retrograde. And I don't know how all this stuff works, but I mean, the retrograde, the super full moon, which is the only one this year, the end of the year, approaching the new year, which is an 11 year, and all that stuff everybody knows about that I don't know, but it all makes sense. This is the time to do it. The energies are powerful. I've seen people over and over and over today talking about what their bodies are going through. I've gone through it since about 1 o'clock in the morning last night. It's extremely powerful. It's real. That we make this energy. We're the ones forcing this energy here. It's not the sun bringing it down, and it's not the universe bringing it down. It's us bringing it down because we're ready for it, and it's time to roll. So this is Todd Medina. Just wanted to pop in for a quick show and let everybody know what's going on. And I want to say thank you, everybody, for the donations. And if you guys, if these shows resonate with you, we're doing our very best to expand this to where we will have as good a presentation as anything on the face of this earth. In fact, it'll be better. All right. And in this day and age, with the technology that's at our disposal, it's not going to take a lot of money. I can do it from anywhere in the world. We can pull in anybody in from the anywhere in the world, and we can put out a first-class production like this world's never seen. So if these shows resonate with you, we just ask for your energy and your love. If you can share, we would also appreciate that, because most of us are in Facebook jail. And then if you can make a small donation to our GoFundMe or to our PayPal, we would appreciate it. We're going to put every single penny into this energy, and that's what we've been doing. And finally, it's starting to see some light, and it's because the world's ready for it. So I just want to say, everybody, I love you. I wish you peace, power, protection, and big-ass love for you and yours, and we'll see you in an hour and a half. Thank you for joining me. Peace out. Remember, we're all one.